is Red 5, Red Leader. Every time I put these on, I just think of Star Wars. So anyway, what these are is these are broadcast headsets. And so you basically have the whole wire is actually all interconnected. So you've got your XLR cable that you're going to have your mic information go through, and your headset. And so what this allows you to do is make sure, this is all piped together, and this is the way a lot of these broadcast headsets work. This is the way Leo's does, the one that he uses for the radio show. And so now you can get it one ear as well. A lot of times these are used for cameramen, actually. And they're very high quality mics. This is a condenser mic. This is a dynamic mic, so you can choose which ones. These are brand new from Sennheiser. And they're pretty slick little bits. When you really need the highest quality audio in your ears, and the highest quality audio in the recording, these are great solutions, especially in a loud environment. That's really what they're designed for. Of course, it's a quiet environment, you don't need these, but if you're these are sports broadcasting and event broadcasting, these are great where you have to be talking to the radio station, you have to be talking to the TV station, and be able to hear what you're actually saying, and hear them, and so on and so forth. So, great little mics, and these are going to cost some money, $400, $600, $700. I mean, it just depends on which ones you get. They're very expensive, but again, this is NAB. This is not a podcasting convention. This is really for broadcasters. And when absolutely has to work, it starts to get a little bit more expensive. So anyway, if you need this kind of thing, check it out. So we're here at PhotoFlex, and a lot of times we've got great light coming in here. We've got this this nice, big, soft light that's going to light our subject, but a lot of times you need a little bit of fill. You need a little something coming up from the bottom, a little something over. If you're outside, you get this harsh shadow from the sun coming over, and you just need to kind of fill that in. You don't necessarily want to carry a light. Sometimes you can't find a plug. And so what you really need is some kind of reflector disc. And so they kind of look like what you would have for the reflector that you put in your car, except what they're really designed for is lighting. So all you do is just kind of pop it open. So it's nice and compact, but it really opens up to a nice big reflector, and you can kind of see, getting a little sun here, and it's really nice because you've got a lot of different choices. The gold is going to give you something a little warmer, but very bright. The silver is going to give you something very bright again, but not quite as warm. And then this zips off. So what you can do is you can actually open this up, and what you can do here is you've got another type of white that you can use. You've got another type of gold, and then you've also got a translucent. So you can do something that's going to diffuse the light over top of someone. But all of these are different options for you to use so that you can actually get that fill just the way you want it. If you're shooting on location, especially, and you're doing those kind of interviews and so on and so forth, you got to have a light disc, and this is one of the better ones. So we're here at JL Cooper. Now we've been here before, and they have control surfaces. The thing is that when you're doing color correction, whether it's with Apple's Color or the new DaVinci Resolve that's coming out in July for the Mac, now one of the things that you really need, it's an organic process. You're looking at a bunch of images, you're trying to figure out how does it feel color-wise. It's not as mathematical like I just want to move a little slider. And so a control surface becomes really, really important. Check this out. So what you have here is these nice little roller balls, and all of this gives you a very organic way to control what you're looking at when you're doing color timing or color correction. Now this is a transport control. This is really to kind of move you along back and forth on the play, moving the playhead back and forth, having full control of jumping around where you need to go. These are very, very high-end. JL Cooper makes some of the best controllers out there. And they've told us that these are actually going to be able to work with the new DaVinci Resolve as well as Apple Color. They already work with Apple Color right now, which is great. I mean, if you're doing color work, you're going to, a lot of it, you're going to want a control surface. Now this is the Eclipse X SX. It's going to set you back about $4,500. This is the BTX, and what this is designed is that you can buy one or the other, that you can work them together. This is about $3,800, $3,900. You can get them together. Here, I'll show you over here. Come on over here. So, if we walk over here, what you can see here is both of them together. So for about $6,900, you can get both of these guys packed together. So if you're going to bite it all off and just get all of them, this is the way to go. If you want to get started slowly, you can start with one, or if you have a limited space, you can use the SX there, and both of them are great. If this is the kind of thing you're doing, you're going to have to get a control surface, and JL Cooper's is one of the best. So a lot of times when we're shooting on location, and we shoot literally all over the world. I'm usually in different continents on any given month, and one of the big problems that you have is that you show up in a city, you show up in a different country, you don't know where to find anything. You don't know where to find extra lights, extra support, extra people. And so this is what these guys have done, this Dottle Me, and what they have is this Dottle it works on your iPhone, it works on your iPad. Here you can see it here, and you can get the film offices. You can find production crews. You can find rental houses. You can find all of those pieces that are all populated on here, so you can quickly get to, I don't have that little connector, or I need another camera, or something broke down. You got to be able to find that quickly, and being able to have it in your pocket is really, really cool. And so it's a free download, so you can get a hold of it. You can also register yourself in it for free. Now there's some pro options that you can pay for as well. They can move it up, but I think that the big houses and a lot of the rental stuff is all getting populated into this. If you want to be part of this network, you're going to have to go up there and register. So dawdleme.com, and Dawdle is the application, and you should definitely download this if you're doing production. So we're here at Monitors in Motion, and we saw this at Macworld, and I was just, I got to have one of these. And I didn't really have time to really look at it, but when I came back over, it's pretty cool. So check this out. So these are big arms, these big gnarly arms that allow you to connect to your monitors. Now you can either use a VESA mount. Some of these you can get. This is Apple actually makes this to connect to this, and so it's a VESA mount that you can simply put onto this arm here. Now this is for 2 monitors here. This is about $9.99, but it's solid. I mean, this thing's never. You're going to use this forever. You can move it up and down, of course. It's just the craftsmanship is fantastic. I mean, if you really want something that's really going to be there, it's going to work, it's going to be solid, it's going to be adjustable, this is just a great one. It'll also go into this kind of Mac back end, and it just feels like it belongs with a Mac, And I know that the problem with me shooting this video is that the guys at the office are going to see it when they're editing it, and they'll just be like, "Hey, can I have one?" And the answer is maybe. Let me show you one more. Come on over here. So one of the other ones that you can see here is this one's got. So this one's really set up so that you can really adjust it. So you can just simply move it up. I can move it down. I can move it around. If you're looking for something that's really, really flexible, you can put it all. You can move it into any position you want, and it's just going to hang out there. So I haven't seen anyone else making these, and it's just, when you're looking for this stuff, there's so many different options that they make, and all of them are just, it just looks like they just took it, they turned it all the way to 11. So once again, this is Monitors in Motion. So we're here at Wenger, and what these guys do is they build lots of stuff for the studio. Now some of this stuff is just storage stuff. If you look at this is this gnarly little dolly. I mean, you can flip these up, you can put a ton of gear on them, move them around. I think we need one of these in the office. But what I wanted to show you was actually their acoustic booth. Now the thing is a lot of times, it's loud outside. Sometimes even in your office, you can hear traffic, you can hear all kinds of things, and you need to get a good recording of a conversation, an interview. Well, what you need is some kind of acoustic booth, some sound booth that you can actually go into, and there's a lot of people that make them. This one's pretty cool, so come on in here. So, of course, the door is very heavy, and you have to kind of pull it back here, and what you have here is it's already gotten a little quieter, and we're just inside. We're just inside these windows, super thick. Walls are thick. It's really designed to kill all of this. Now watch what happens when I shut this door here. So I'm going to pull this up. Look at that. A work of art. So this is what these sound booths do, and this one is really nice. A lot of the climate control, a lot of things go into it. The fans, everything have to be built so that they're super quiet. So if you need to be in a location that isn't quiet, and you need to have, do your radio broadcast or so on and so forth, this is the kind of thing you need. Now this is about $25,000. A lot of these range anywhere from $3,000 to $50,000. It just depends on what you need. This one's a pretty gnarly one, and one of the best, built ones that I've seen. So anyway, it's called Wenger, and it's a sound booth, and if you need this kind of thing, check it out.